Hello, everyone. Just a quick update. Wanted to let you see all the rest of the comics. Um, so these are some. I pulled out some of the books. So this is just a quick stack we'll run through. Uh, the box itself was $110, I think, for the box and all the comics. And as you'll see, I think there's some decent deals in here. These are the ones we'll go through, and then over there, those are the remainder. So, as you can see, pretty decent deal. Um, $100 divided by what, approximately 250 books in a long box. So, decent unit cost. So, here we run through Classic Xmen #1. Reprint title, but with a brand new cover and decent age on it. Pretty happy with these. The Nam 1 and 2. These were not a very popular title back in the 80s, but and it's very, very rare to find them in this good a shape, and very nice to pull those out. Darkhawk, another kind of, I don't know, underappreciated title back in the day. This is the last issue. I always try to get last issues, and the first issue. It's good to get a first issue whenever you can, especially for pennies. This I only bought because it's a second print. Second prints in good condition are pretty well desired at this point. Second or third. Generally, they're smaller print runs, and people that are completists like to get a whole run in a certain condition. Same with this. Looks still sealed, second print. So we'll see. We'll see how the condition on it. I don't know. Have to pull it out and look at it. Final issues. Always worth getting a final issue if you can. This is in decent shape. Power Man and Iron Fist, 125, last issue of that book. And Power Man, there's some rumors of a show, so might have a little speculative value. Batman, just the Nightfall series with Bane breaking Batman's back. For pennies, not a problem. This is the first issue for this Cold Blood guy. There was movie buzz about him showing up in the Iron Man picture, and that didn't happen, so I don't even know if this is worth anything anymore, but I grabbed it because why not? This is stand-in for a pile of books I got. A bunch of New Mutants, early run, and these don't really have too much value, but I grabbed them just so I could maybe put a run together with what I already have in my collection. Same with this Web of Spider-Man. These are not highly valuable comics, but in this kind of great shape, they're just hard to find anymore. So this is, what is that, 1985, so almost 30 years old almost. So, put a run together, put it aside, and see if anything happens with it. Also, an opportunity to pick up a whole bunch of single first issues from, again, from the mid-'80s. Semper Fi #1, Justice #1, if it's not stuck together, Mark Hazard Merc #1, Kickers Inc. #1, it's a stupid idea for a book, DP7 #1, Cyforce, which I always thought was kind of ridiculous, #1, and Night Mask #1. I think that I've always liked that cover. And Starbrand #1. Also, Aquaman 86 #1 with a changed costume. Cops #1, if you remember that show. And Mask #1. First appearance of Venom. Not really. Cops and Masks I think I did just because those are going to be nostalgia pieces for people in their late 30s, early 40s. These were on, Saturday morning cartoons. Hawkman #1 and Shadow War of Hawkman #1. Demon #1. Those were all in a big pile in one of the boxes, so I figured pulled them out and kept them. They're in nice shape, and they're all around that 30-year-old mark. 52 #11, the beginning of first in costume appearance of Batwoman. She's a real hot character these days. Always good to pull a blank out if you can. Had a run of Spawns in the mid-20s. Grabbed this primarily just because it's the newsstand version. I don't even know if they did a direct version as a distinct thing, but some people that are collecting nowadays are treating the newsstand version as a different version of the same book, so they want a newsstand and they want a direct version. Batman. This is I forget which Robin this was. I don't know, one of them. Anyway, this was, I think it was Dick Grayson retiring as Robin, and then Jason Todd beginning in costume. So, again, not super valuable books, but, at whatever that would be, 30-something cents, worth picking up. Superman, 53. I don't think there's any significance to that, but again, it's a second print. Defenders, there's a little bit of buzz that there might be a movie or a show, and I don't know for sure if that's been confirmed yet, but I grabbed a couple of these #1s out of there, and then a #1 of another version, just on the off chance. And Defenders has always been kind of a favorite of mine, so I'll give it a read and see if it's worth looking at. JSA, in an older collection I bought, there was a whole run of JSA later in the run, not early. So I picked up a bunch to fill some gaps in that run. Hopefully, I'll be able to put together a run. Books will sell easier as a complete collection, especially if they're kind of that less valuable group. John Sable Freelance. Again, this is another 30-year-old, and not a great title as far as I remember, but it's a #1. Got some Grell art, and I'll put it aside. Jezebel Jade. I think I've got 1 through 3 of this. Never heard of it, but Adam Kubert. So. And Captain America #1, I think this is the most recent version. Spider-Girl #1, don't even know if that's worth anything, but I'll give it a read. Captain America 308, I think there were 7 copies of this in really nice shape, so I just grabbed them all. New Teen Titans 28, I think that's the first in-costume appearance of Terra. New Teen Titans #16, first appearance of Captain Carrot, which is just a fun name to say. And a couple of these packs, sets of complete series or the beginning of series. I figured I'll probably sell them exactly like that, and maybe even just for those prices. If you've got 1 or 2 issues in the middle of a run, it's just not worth it. You have to assemble the whole run of these, books that aren't really worth anything on their own, but you put them together in a reader pack, and somebody's gonna want to take a look at them, like these X4s. If you have #3, you probably couldn't sell it. I mean, you could put it in a 50-cent box and maybe, but 1 through 5, you could sell it online. So, and again, still have all of those as well. So, a lot of stuff to go through and scan and price and get online. And I'll be working on doing that probably end of April. have too much stuff to get listed as it is. So, as always, check my stores in the About Me section. Links are there. Post any questions that you have in the comments, and I'll answer them. And I'll have another update for you maybe today, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. I picked up a lot of stuff this weekend, so I'll be listing primarily today because it's a free listing week until 31st. But I'll try to get a quick video together for you guys pretty soon. So, good luck. Hope you enjoy the comics. Talk to you later.